ioEther. I got this.
Hey folks, this is ioEther, and we're back with some more World of Tanks. So as you can see, whoops, that mini-map though, right? This is WoT in the Škoda 50T. This is a tier 9 game on Pilsen, and he's top tier. So really, if he can't do anything decent in this game, what worth is he, right? Anyways, where's your... No, we're going to keep it there. I can't decide which size I want it, so we're going to leave it with a larger size so everybody can actually see what's going on the minimap, no matter how blind you might be. As for me, that's pretty good. I'm a little bit blind. Oh, I'm actually a lot blind, but it's not the point. Anyways, we're going to jump into fixed camera mode so we can see what WoT does as he promptly goes AFK in the cap circle. So, while he's going AFK in the cap circle, I guess I can talk a little bit about some other stuff. So, I have managed to get out a bunch of videos in a row. This should be Monday the 21st game, and so far the new system is working out much better than the old one. I have no idea what my weekend schedule is like because I haven't done it yet because I'm recording this so far in advance, which I actually like. I like the fact that I don't feel incredible pressure because I know that tomorrow's game and the next day's game are actually out already, and no matter what happens, and I like that a lot. So we're gonna try and keep this rolling, and then once I do this stable for a week or two, then I'll tell you guys what the streaming schedule will be like. Also, my work schedule has to solidify. It's not the right word. Even out, you know what I mean, like become a routine before I know when I can stream, when I can't. Right now it looks like it's probably going to be Mondays or Tuesdays, but not Tuesday next week, or Monday next week because of work being so a bit wonky. Anyways, might as well jump back into this game as WoT has already put 2 shots into the enemy T-54. He bounced return fire and pokes out in time to see a T-30 down the other end. He does not want to be shot by the T-30. But if he can get some shots into this T-54 at an angle that they are not just going to bounce or just blow the guy's tracks off, then this will be good. He needs to... yeah. Oh, that would have been a good shot if he could have hit anything except the front of those tracks. He had a brief time there where he could see the front of the T-54 because the T-54 backed out so far. The other thing, of course, is at this point in time, next time he tracks him, he could actually probably shoot into the turret if he can see the cheeks or a flat enough portion on the side. He could probably punch through there. At current time, we are losing, but it's not really. I mean, yes, technically we're losing. But then again, if people are going to continue to just run in front of our guns willy-nilly, this should be an easy win. Alright? I like this positioning from WoT. He is doing really well here. Ooh, that 54 was like, I could totally side scrape around this corner. And then he died. As soon as he tried it. I like the fact that WoT's reloading right now. He knows he doesn't have any targets right now. He knows he's going to get reloaded probably before any targets truly appear. He's also moving during the time when he's reloading. T95. T95 was a small gun. Thank you. If that guy had the large gun, that may have changed the course of this game. Though, maybe not. We'll have to see you later on, but it definitely would hurt a lot more. KB5, side of a KB5. Can't even track the thing. Can't do damage to it. It should have overpowered the KB5's armor as tier 9 tank shooting into its side bounces. Of course it does, right? That's how that works. And then we bounced off the T-30. So unfortunately, as much as we've fired quite a few shells, WoT hasn't done a whole ton of damage as of yet. So he's going to have to pick up the pace and start making sure that every shell from now on out pens and does damage. Otherwise, he's going to end up in a really unfortunate position. He does come out just in time to get shot by the Bulldog, but he's actually using the KB5 to block the T95 for him. or more of the fact that the T95 was being blocked by the KV5 because the KV5 was being too greedy and got himself killed for it. IS-3 is about to do the same. Oh no, wait, he's actually around the corner. I thought he was in the building with us. He blasts off the T-54's track, and WoT's going to take advantage of that and blow off his track. You know that whole thing I said about how he was going to have to pen every shot from now on? Yeah, obviously that's not true. Ooh, T-95 is concentrating on our KV5. Hopefully we can get a flanking shot into it, or, you know, 3. Looks like we're going to at least get 1. No, T-32 jumps out and does like a Secret Service act to protect his T-95. Unfortunately, it's not going to do a whole lot, as WoT just puts the next 2 shells straight through that commander's cupola, and our Carnivore Caravan, whatever, is going to start taking chunks out of that T-95. While WoT's reloading, he also notices the T-30's on the other side, just ravaging the team, and so he's going to try and maneuver past his corpse and get around behind the T-30, pump a full clip into the T-30 if he can. That won't kill it, obviously, but it will drop it down quite significantly. 1 shell in, unfortunately not going to get any more in. Might as well do a reload. Let's see if he does. No, it looks like he's going to keep just 2 shells in the chamber, even though he really should have gone for a reload right there. He would have come up against this T-30 in a few seconds with a fully reloaded clip. With how fast this thing reloads, he would have a fully reload clip by now, and then he could pump another 900 damage into the T-30. But it's okay. When the game's on the line and you're losing this badly, nerves tend to go to your head. Like this whole... Okay, I'm going to pause it right there. He's probably shooting for the MRAC on the T-30. However, shooting into the rear of the turret of an enemy tank, especially one with a turret as armored as the T-30's turret, when you could go for the juicy engine deck shots, are really a mistake. And I'm going to assume it was probably because he was running on adrenaline at this point in time and not thinking everything all the way through. And that's okay. And he penned both his shots, so it worked out well. But in future cases, American tanks shot on the engine deck catch on fire really easily. If you have shots at the engine deck, especially of an American tank, take them. Every time, take them. And if you get engine shots on the like upper side of a T-95 or a T-28, jump on those as if your life depended on it, because the chances of getting an engine fire in those is really high. It's great. Their fuel tanks and their engine are right there. It's amazing. You can punch through one with a single shell. It's great. You light those things up like Roman candles. Anyways, WoT did put 2 shells into the back of the turret of the T-30. I assume he was shooting for the MRAC, hoping for that 1 instant kill, and that's okay. It worked out well for him, but in the future, try going for those engine deck shots instead. More likely to pen, less likely to bounce, and you get fires a decent percentage of the time that it's always worth going for. He is looking for an ambush on the next thing coming out of there, which he thought was probably going to be a Bulldog. Ends up being a Super Pershing and then a T-34, and he flubbed both shots on the T-34. Could have taken it without taking any damage in return. Flubbed both shots, got himself lit on fire, and now the odds of winning this game are slowly dwindling. He's going to have to perpetrate a major carry if he still wants to win this game. Let's see, what's the health of friendly tanks around him. Carnivore still in a decent health, but the Pershing's almost dead. Flubbing the next shell on the FV. Now I understand that was probably a shell he fired just out of panic to make the FV duck his head. Unfortunately, missing will, of course, just, you know, make the FV more brazen in its attack. And we're going to have to wait till the FV fires or makes a mistake. Ooh, there goes the Pershing, taken out by the ISU. ISU we now know is reloading. WoT takes this opportunity to reload, and he's going to bail. I don't disagree with this. I actually think this is a good move by him. Unfortunately, it does leave our Carnivore to die, since apparently the Carnarvon has decided that he does not want to leave. He wants to stay and fight to the death, and so he's going to stay and fight to the death. Bulldog, can we get a shot on the Bulldog? Looks like through the building, through the whatever that was. Taking out the Bulldog, not allowing the Bulldog to get behind our Carnarvon. Now Lurpy is going to run at this point in time. I don't know if it doesn't look like he said anything in chat, so it doesn't tell me if he said he's reloading or not. But normally, if I am retreating like this because I'm reloading, it's a good idea to tell the team. For me, my button is set to T, and then it gives me the whole option to select whatever I want: advanced, retreat, attack, reloading, all that stuff. And so be able to hit T and quickly pull my mouse down into the left, right, down to the right. That's the one. To tell my team in a couple, in less than a second that I'm reloading and that they need to be careful. I like this ambush though. It's gonna require some forethought, and about now he should be firing. I don't know if that hit, but he shouldn't fire anymore. Okay, well. The first shell I agreed with. Everything after that I didn't. He is in an autoloader. He's only got, 5 reloads left of his 3-round mag. I don't know how many of those connected. Looks like at least one may have connected. Hard to tell. We'll have to look after the game if he shot more than once into that ISU or not. Can they get a second shot into the FV? Looks like no. Unless the FV does something silly. He is going to sit here. It is nice that the Carnarvon actually managed to make it out of that situation because the enemy team let him. Ooh, and the Carnarvon, our FV did something silly, but we weren't aiming or ready at the time, and so nothing comes of it. I like the position Lurpy's in right now. He's so far back that he can get shots on our bios without necessarily exposing himself. No! FV shot bounces. That's really unfortunate. APCR and all, as he's firing his primary weapon, or his primary ammo is APCR, but that still didn't manage to go through the tracks of the FE. I would expect that reaction more from a heat round, which he's currently got loaded, than from the APCR. Sorry, my throat is starting to go. Lurpy's looking for a different angle on this fight. He wants to get a shell into the FV without the FV knowing where he is. He's on the very outskirts of spotting range, and no, it does not look like he's going to get a shot on the FV from here. Or the Pershing, unless the Pershing pushes forward. It doesn't look like he's going to do that. Now I recommend that Lurpy actually circles to somewhere like over here, or even poking out over here, so you can get flanking shots on that Pershing. Though if he can flank to all the way over here and just simply kill the FV, then they can flank the Pershing from either direction and just eliminate it. There is 3 minutes left in this game, so not a whole heck of a lot of time where if he does have to hurry a little bit, but at the same time, it's not like the final few seconds. He can sit here, or he can play a little bit slower and make sure every shell counts. Every shell from now on out absolutely has to count if he wants to get done with 2 targets in less than 2.5 minutes. He's gonna have enough ammo. I don't think he's gonna run out of ammo. He will, however, run out of time if he's not incredibly careful. So he's looking for a shot on the Pershing. He's not going to get one from here. He's either going to need to be on this ridgeline or over here to do that. So he really needs to not stop there. He needs to get all the way around and take out this FV and then go after the Pershing. Now the fact that the Carnarvon has moved is both good and bad. It's good in the fact that these two are closer than they would be if the Carnarvon was still over here. But it's bad because we've lost sight of both of these guys. So are probably not in the same location. Now, the Pershing is probably still inside the building, unless he came out this door. The likelihood of him making all the way back here is very small. But it looks like the FV is no longer here. And the FV is most likely circled around this way and is looking to come up behind the Carnarvon. Look at that, the Pershing's no longer in the building at all either. So our little flanking maneuver occurred too late, and both of them have already pushed around. Now they're probably going to pop up where we are currently aiming, in this little doorway here. But the Carnarvon is going to go and check. Oh, there's the Pershing. Looks like the Pershing actually came out chasing the Carnarvon. Didn't find him right away. And both of them are saying together, "No, that shall need to pen." Oh, Carnarvon takes him out. Good. Okay, 3 shells left. We're gonna reload in time. I don't know if we're gonna have time to reload after these shells are fired or not. So gotta make sure these shells go in. If we get hit by one more round, don't forget we die. So can't get shot, and do need to make sure all of these shells go in. Beautiful. Well done. So, good team play from these two, sticking together. If, as it turned out, if the Carnarvon had been left here by himself, he would have been overwhelmed, because the FB most likely went around this way, and the Pershing pushed around at the same time, and they were aiming to catch the Carnarvon in a scissor maneuver. And since the Carnarvon was over here at the time, that didn't happen. And then we did the whole ring around the rosy, and this ended up being the perfect ambush. Bait out by the Carnarvon going out first, drawing fire and attention, and Lurpy came in and cleaned up. Well, helped with the cleanup anyway. If that first shell hadn't been aimed at the tracks, or that last shell, sorry, hadn't been aimed at the tracks, that would have been a perfect game. Perfect ending to the game anyway. Well played, Lurpy. Mastery Badge, Ace Tanker, Bruiser, Duelist, and Fire for Effect. Also managing to net the High Caliber and Top Gun. That was well played, sir. If I seem a bit disoriented doing this take, it's because it's the third one, and I totally got tongue-tied the first two. It's not the point, but just letting you know. Anyways, this was a great showing. In addition to some spine damage, he got some just amazing shots in. It just goes to show this thing has way too much ammo for its steer. Look at that. 6,000 damage. Considering how many shots we didn't make, that would have been a much more impressive score if everything had gone the way Lurpy wanted it to go. Especially at the start of that game there with that T-54. Oh, got a really unfortunate score, but he did block 1,500 damage. You gotta wonder how much of that was Lurpy firing into his tracks and his side-scraping armor. Anyways, 38 shots fired, 22 penetrations. So with 38 shots fired, that's about half of his overall shots fired that actually went into the target. He could have done like 10,000 damage easy in this thing. This thing is a monster of a machine, and I really enjoy it. I can't wait to get my hands on it in my garage rather than just having to watch everybody else use it like it's a beast. Anyways, unfortunately losing a ton of, losing some money, not a ton of money, but even with the premium account, this is an unfortunate loss of just cash based on how much damage he did. That seems a bit lopsided to me, but whatever. It's all good. Anyways, thank you so much, Lurpy, for saying this in. Thank you all for watching. This is ioEther out.